Today we got a whole bunch of boxes floating around in bubbles, and they make the most adorable sound when we pop them. Once we pop 20, we got something of an upgrade. It now says 2 down below. I'm not yet sure how we make any money, but we're going to keep popping this until something happens. Now in the lower right, we have 2 things to click on. I didn't notice this one before, but when we do, we can open the box. That gave us the number 10. We got to click so many times to finish it off. Hyper realistic. And then we got to root around in here, trying to find what's hiding. Which means an awful lot of clicking, but we got something up here. Camo socks. Can't believe I used to wear socks like these. That's worth 83 cents. And there's also some shards in there, so we got those as well. But now we have $1.66 thanks to our camo socks, so we can get more bubbles per second for 50 cents and shinier bubbles. This other upgrade is $50, not 50 cents. We can't afford anything else, but we got a lot more bubbles to work with now. We got 6 of them here, so we can go ahead and start opening more. We'll spend some time with this and hopefully find some very rare stuff. There's a toothbrush. Not only that, it's an old toothbrush. I wouldn't mind some upgrades for this part. I've only opened 2 boxes and I'm already annoyed. A battery. Didn't even see what that was worth. $1.86. We can get some good upgrades though. We can get extra item value plus 30%. I'm going to buy that right away. We're also going to buy loot rarity for $1 as soon as we can afford it. So we'll go through the painful process. I have 10 clicks. Hopefully we just find one of these and open it up and it's got like $10 trillion in it. Then we could be done. And this one we got another toothbrush and a battery. That gave us like $1. But since we have $1, we're going to get rare finds level 1. The next upgrade there is only $4, $4 more. So I feel like we'd be stupid not to do that, but we got to start saving up some money. Another box open. Let's see what's hiding in here. There's something that seems a little bit glowier. That looks like it could be rare. $7.22. That's actually like all the money in the world to me, plus an old toothbrush. And one last battery, $8.38. We've never had such riches. Loot rarity is going up, another $4 spent. We now have an 80% boost. Item value is also going up so we can make more money. Cutting speed can go up by 20% as well. We still got 7 boxes we can open, so we're going to get started on that. We have a better chance of finding rarer loot, and it's an extra value again. We really want the glowy stuff. There's a battery, there's another battery. That looks glowy, what's that? Flashlight, $4.44. Screwdriver, 89 cents, whatever that is, another flashlight, $4.44. So we get $12.20. We're going to upgrade whatever this is. That was $1 for +1. We'll do that twice. That might have actually just given me an extra box down here. Let's add an extra item per box and then extra item value again. So up to a 90% boost, which feels pretty good. We're coming up on 10 boxes for the first time. We'll get right back to opening. I want this to go a lot faster. I wonder whose boxes we're stealing. We got the end of an item here. It didn't seem like it's completely rare because it's not glowing. That's a screwdriver for $1. This was such a weak box. We have such good chances of finding good stuff. $3.38. Box click speed is going to go up a little bit because it is annoying how slowly we open those things. I believe that refers to this one. Yeah, that seems to be a little bit quicker. Maybe also this one actually. Yeah, I think it's going quicker here as well, and that would be good because this can certainly take a minute. That's a rare item. What do we got here? Glass marble for $15. I see more glowing. We might have something. Ooh, we got a big item. We have a really big item. What's that worth? $7.91 for a cute notebook. And then one more battery, so we got $27 to our name. I definitely want to increase the rarity again. That was $16, but probably worth it. Item value can go up yet again. The amount of loot we can't afford. I wish we could actually afford quick fingers again, but we'll get more cutting speed. It's very easy to keep up with the number of boxes we need, but I feel like that's going to flip at some point. We do seem to be going through these quicker, and that feels better. We have another rare flashlight. In fact, we have 2 of them in there. Wait, make that 3. 3 flashlights in a single box is too many for a single place. There's 4 plus a toothbrush. $26 to our name. We probably want more loot. That's a $25 upgrade, so that makes us broke again. We've also unlocked a skill tree, so we got lots of different things. Shiny item chance. Ooh, we use the other currency for those. Well, let's get right back to opening. I just want to find some rare stuff. That one looks like it could be valuable. That was a $12 lipstick. We've already found one of those. I forgot what it looks like already. But I forget quickly because I have the memory of a goldfish. Oh, but goldfish don't actually have a short memory. But I forgot that too, because I have the memory of a goldfish. For $10, I can get an extra shard spawn chance from 1 to 1.25 times. Sure, these things get really expensive. But shards can help us get a shiny chance, and I want shiny. Item value can go up further even more, so it's at 150% value. I accidentally bought another box, but that's okay. I gotta get tired of clicking at some point. And we'll tear open yet another one. We got dual flashlights, also at $7 each. So actually, let's just increase item value again. That's an easy one. They don't have to be super exciting upgrades early because it's an investment. We'll make so much more money moving forward. There's another shiny marble, glass marble. That was $23 now. That looks like a ring. That's definitely like a gem ring in the back. So that's an old toothbrush. That's another marble for another $23. Flashlight for $8. And this, $93 for an antique ring. I'm actually going to take the powerful click for 50% extra damage to filling on click because that filling is really annoying to get through. We'll also take band click damage for $5. Box click speed can go up again. Yeah, even cutting speed should go up. We're still left with $28, so we got lots. Ricochet chance is now 120%. Ricochet damage is 120%. I guess that's like a critical hit. We'll work under that assumption for now. We got to get back in here. So we do 2 damage to the band as we cut through it, but now we'll do 50% more damage to the fluff. And the ricochets are going off, actually. I see them every once in a while. So I just hit a random one as well. That's actually much quicker. It might not seem like it to you, but I've been wasting a lot of time clicking fluff. Not a huge value there. Luckily, the next box is never very far away. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's another lipstick. It looked different, but that's worth $15 now thanks to all of our upgrades. Loot rarity, another 30%. It's worth $210, so the value of things has doubled. We can observe the items we found. So these is common. These will be rare, the next rarity. These are the even rarers that are red, and there's actually lots to look through. So I might be here a while collecting some upgrades. Whatever that is in the background, it's pretty big. Okay, we got another notebook. Another lipstick. Oh, it's just a fluff in the background. I thought it was a rare glowy thing. But I mean, $41 is $41. We'll make the band click damage even more, so we'll break through it that much quicker. It's not a huge part of the problem, but the less times I could be clicking anything, the better. Toothbrush, socks, battery, lipstick. We only have $40. That's not really enough to do anything useful. Another box. We're just hoping for something amazingly rare and valuable. Even the flashlights are perfectly fine. That's $9 plus a few extra dollars. Jumping straight to the next one. This next box was super weak. Basically a few dollars. There's another notebook for $12. I feel like they're going down in value, which means we need to upgrade rare finds again. 160% rarity. I couldn't possibly regret that decision. We're going to take a calm moment to get ourselves back up to 10 boxes in the storage, and then try our luck with our newfound rarity. We did find a flashlight and a screwdriver for basically no money once again. Once we open 30 boxes, we get a new type of box as well, and I'm very much looking forward to that. We'll presumably find some better, rarer stuff. That's a new something, whatever that is. So we got a battery, a cute notebook, and then a lost ID for $206. I'm assuming that's someone else's, so we'll go ahead and enjoy that for ourselves. I do need more band click damage. We should be able to do that in 3 clicks, which will be much quicker. Also, more item value. We can get that up to max level now, and that's really about it for our current options. And that's perfectly okay, because we got more boxes to open. Now we can do this in 3 clicks. And as long as we're finding some of the rare stuff, we'll get enough money for ever more upgrades. That was $22 lipstick. Even the basic toothbrush is $1.66 at this point. Another toothbrush, there's a glass marble, which is up to $33.30. The next box, another one of the notebooks, and then 2 batteries. I'm actually going to turn up shard spawn chance. That's $100, but it gives us a considerably higher chance. And then it's right back to work. This one got us a battery, lipstick, and a flashlight, but that stuff is starting to add up to value thanks to our increased value overall. The next box had less rare stuff, but value is value. We open enough of those, we'll be rich eventually. And the next box, the best thing was the notebook it's actually $17 now, which isn't bad at all. It has been a while since we found something rare, so obviously we're due for it.
3 flashlights counts as rare.
But not as rare as what we're about to find in this box. I was hoping that would be a bit more dramatic. Shiny item chance plus 5%. And golden box filling chance plus 3%. I'm not really sure what golden box filling is, but I will take it. Golden anything really sounds good to me. Alright, we already got some. Oh, you get money every time you touch it. That's handy. Amazon should incorporate that like a gambling thing. Sometimes your deliveries come wrapped in pure gold. There's $22 lipstick, $33 glass marble. Money's going up. And this is box number 30. I think we get another shard out of this one as well. That's always good for bigger upgrades. But now, the next boxes spawn. These cost $1,000 to spawn in. How do we need to pop them when they show up? How does this work? We're not getting any. For now, I'm going to increase the amount of items per box. That's now maxed out as well. I think I found what I needed. Box plus. Radizon returns bubble fragment chance 1%. So maybe 1% of these now spawn in as the other box. Luckily, that's not so bad, simply because I've got too much time on my hands. While we're waiting, I am going to open this. I could be popping things in the background as well. The money out of the golden fluff is actually pretty nice. Over time, that's going to add up to a ton. We're going to increase the bubbles per second as well to try and get some of the other ones to spawn, so we're just going to get a wall of bubbles in the back. I thought I'd be able to afford a lot more upgrades than that, but they're coming in fast enough. We'll make do. Ricochet damage is also going up, seeing as we're finding more of the shards anyway. Still haven't found a single one of the other boxes, so I might have to get that a different way. Value is pretty consistent right now, at least. There's another lipstick, marble, and battery. Is shinier bubbles what we need for $50? Plus box progress per bubble. Does that happen too? Nope, that just makes our usual one go up faster. That works too. As long as I'm opening boxes, I'm happy. I saw one. I did get one of the darker boxes. I don't think I caught on recording, but I finally got one. And we got another one of the rings and a shard. This was actually a really good box. 2 notebooks. That one was a shiny notebook. $60 plus 22 plus 466. And we're like 10% of the way to one of the darker boxes. I gotta turn up Rarity, that's $256, but now we're max Rarity. I'm gonna turn Ricochet damage up, that only cost 2 of our little shards. We got some of those to spare. Other than that, boxes bubbles per second is gonna go up, that way we'll hopefully find more of the darker ones. There's another one. So the bubble increase is working. I'm very stressed out every time I cover the screen. I think I'm missing them in the background. This box is less exciting so far. There was nothing better hiding in there either. This box was decent value overall. Nothing crazy, but I'll take it. I can get upgrades for the dark box openings too. I didn't realize those were under a separate thing. So we're going to have to see how long it takes before we can actually afford to open one of those before we decide to upgrade anything. We might find ourselves quite disappointed by it. This box was okay though. We got an extra shard and a glass marble. Plus some poor souls lost notebooks that are ours now. Wow, look at all the items in there. The next box, garbage. I did just get another one of the dark boxes, so we're about halfway. I think we need another 3, maybe 4. And the next box, 2 flashlights. Oh, this is the one I need. Radisson returns bubble fragment chance, plus 1%. So at least now there's a 2% chance, and that's really, really good. Hopefully the treasure in this box will give us the money we need to go up to 3%. Without more glowies, I think that's not going to happen. But we did get a good bit of the way there. This was actually pretty good. Marble, shiny flashlight. Now we can increase our chances to 3%. Which should be 1 in 33. Another one did just pop. I popped it before we got a chance to record it, but it was there. It's clearly a very loose 3% because it's been like 100 boxes. We haven't found a single one. Luckily, when I get bored, I can open up one of these again, which didn't give us a great deal of value, but it gave us something. Someone's private notebook, which for some reason we can sell for $16. Probably back to them. There's another one, and I think we got the last one we need. We finally got a lucky streak. I think before opening it, I want to get at least this $100 upgrade for it. We almost have $100 in the bank, so this will be a good investment, considering it'll take us 10 seconds. I think we get another lost ID card in this, so this will actually be a good bit of value as well. We'll see what we got all said and done. So that is almost $1,000. Rarity is definitely going up. We're going to do that twice. We're going to do item value up for sure. We can't afford another item anymore, but we'll do item value again. Oh, there's another one of the dark boxes. Okay, let's open one of these. This costs 1,000 times what the other one does. Will it have 1,000 times the value? We'll find out. How do we get into this? There's 2 bands. Look how slow it is. And we got to cut through 30. So it's going to take a lot more time to get into these, which is actually super annoying. The value, though, has got to be good. Good. There's some gold leaf in there at least. Hopefully we find something that's considered rare for this type of stuff. I already see something down there. It's not glowing though, so that doesn't necessarily bode well for us. The gold is worth $20 per click though. Oh, that's glowing. We're over $500. What is all this? Okay, what are you? $66 for a Rubik's Cube, $44 for deodorant, and $888 for a bath bomb. $500 is going to get us one more item out of those boxes, and little inflation is going to help us. Did I just see one in the background? I did. So when we open up the next one of those, we'll be much better suited for it. The next thing I should probably upgrade is the spawn chance for those boxes. There's another one. We need one more still. There's the next box we need. I waited patiently and the next one right behind it. I feel like they go 10 minutes without showing up and then you'll get 4 in a row. We're going to break this one open though because I need money. I already see some glowing in the upper right, so that's a good sign for us. We're now getting $28 per gold click. It's a whole cluster of stuff. We're going to have to work our way through it. That is, I don't know what that is, LED strip. $122 for those. That was $91 for the Rubik's Cube. That is $611 mystery book. Plus a gift card for almost $1,000. And we're still not done yet. Look at all of our money suddenly. We also have a small note for $183. What is your monster? Don't know. LED strip again and another Rubik's Cube. Radisson is going up. There's now a 5% chance of those spawning. Those get expensive, but we can live with 5%. The item value is going up and then it's going up twice. The Radisson boxes are showing up much more often now. Ricochet chance is also going up for $250 just for faster fluff clearing. Okay, we got enough for another opening. I already see some glowing in the background. Looks like quite a lot of it. We got 2 of the mystery books. Those are each worth $777. We got some shards. We missed a shiny something there. $2,660 in the bank. I'm going to get extra damage to the filling because that's getting really annoying to go through. Box click speed should probably go up as well. Quite a lot. Cutting speed is actually getting kind of slow. We'll give that a whole bunch of upgrades. And we're down to only $61 again. The slowest point is still just waiting for the right bubbles to spawn. There's another Radisson box. And another one and another one. We haven't improved this process much except for maybe the cutting speed. But no, this should be quicker. We're clicking quicker and doing a lot more damage. Plus the gold fluff clicks are worth $36 now. Hopefully we find a new rarity of item. Or just a whole bunch of those things. That's still, well, that's not great, but we are over $1,000. And we almost have enough for another box already. We're going to turn that up to a 6% chance to spawn the other boxes just because this is the longest wait for us. They seem to be spawning in considerably frequently now, so we'll open another. And we'll see what kind of treasure. I see the glow back here. Getting lots of money just from getting the gold fluff out. Yeah, now we got some good stuff. Mystery book, mystery book, mystery book. That was almost $2,400 between those three. Those are worth $2,000 each, $6,000 in the bank. I'm going to increase the opening chance, the spawn chance of those bubbles again. More click damage for sure, so we can do that even quicker. The box click speed, we can't afford. Bang click damage we can do a couple times. Yeah, why not? We spend our money so quickly. We wait so long to save up those few $1,000s. Already though, we got enough to open another box. Cutting speed is quicker. Now we're knocking it down by 6 at a time, so 5 clicks only for each band. We want to find something with a different color glow behind it. That's really what we're after. We'll take this stuff for now. Well, I guess we'll settle for a few measly thousand. The rarity is going up for those boxes though, so is the item value. Another bubble, which means we can open another box. Hopefully with the rare stuff we paid for, we're up to $40 per click on the gold stuff, which is a lot considering where we started at. There's another shard, which is very important. We're back up to about $3,500. We just had an assault of the Radizon boxes. One more item per those boxes, which is great because that stuff is worth a ton. Shard spawn chance is going up again. Those also unlock new things. I just had a triple spawn of the Radizon boxes in the back. There's another one already, so that's feeling much better. You can never have too many stolen boxes. I assume that's what I'm doing. I'm just randomly stealing them out of the mail system and ripping them open. That's a new rarity item for sure. I don't know. Is that a lighter? What is that? $860. A VR headset for $21,000. On top of that, $258, $1,300, plus a few smaller things, $25,600. So rare finds are going up. Wow, that will cost $25,000 by itself. More loot though, that's $12,500. These are getting expensive, but I can already open the next one. We're getting $48 per gold click now. I found another new item, a frying pan. That's worth $3,000. Not as exciting as some of the other ones, but $3,000 is $3,000. I accidentally clicked on sharper blade, so we're going to take some of that, and that's really about all we can afford. There's a 0.5% chance that a bubble contains an item. That's pretty good, so that'll be 1 in 200. And popping 200 bubbles will not take a super long time. See, there's one screwdriver. I definitely want more damage for the fluff though. This is still annoying me quite a lot. We did get another frying pan plus one of those things. We'll make some money out of this one for sure. Won't be as good as the highest quality one. There's 1,000, 1,500, 3,000, and 2,000. Ricochet chance can go up again. Ricochet damage we don't need. Item value is something we definitely need though. Our money's getting very consistent. We are ripping these boxes open. We're up to $52 per click on the gold stuff. This was actually a really weak box. But we did just get one of the orange shards, which we can use to buy more ricochet damage if I'm seeing that. Ricochet damage minus 20, but ricochet chance goes up. Sure. I'm going to assume if it's offering me it, it's worth it. We'll get more ricochet damage here anyway, so it kind of offsets. Shiny item value can go up to 1.65. I haven't found one in a couple minutes, but they do show up fairly often. Cutting speed can also go up. We're locking new upgrades as we go, but they are really expensive. I guess we can open one of the old boxes again to see the difference. Yeah, we are tearing through this thing. And we should be able to tear through the fluff even quicker. The golden fluff is not worth nearly as much. Neither will anything in here be, but that's fine. Radizon boxes are now 8%, so it should be roughly 1 in 12. Toothbrush in a bubble. So far the items in the bubbles have been kind of garbage. Items in the boxes, however, can be good. Look at all that glow. Come on, something good. That's okay. We still got several $1,000s. That was a shiny, so we got almost $5,000 for that. Plus we can already open the next one. This one's got something red and glowy. We've never seen that before. Whatever that is going to be worth a lot. 13,000. Fancy hair straightener. And everything else on top of that, a few extra $1,000. $31,000 in the bank. I'm going to spend $12,500 on extra filling damage. And box click speed is also going up another one. We still have $15,000 in the bank. So bubble progress, actually, we should put that up a lot. Same with bubbles per second, considering how cheap these are suddenly. Just because we'll get more of the Radizon boxes to spawn. We get 5% chance for gold filling now too, which will make extra money for us. Now we're about halfway to the next level. We got one of those. So each black box is now about a quarter of a way to a box. And the spawn odds are so high, they're showing up fairly often. Especially with the bubble spawn rate. We're tearing through this stuff even quicker as well. We used to have to work so hard to tear into other people's boxes. This time we can just go ahead and tear in almost no time at all. We've actually got almost 3 surplus boxes now. This part is still getting old. We need much more damage. This was also quite a weak box. There was a shard. The next box only had a few items in it, but we still made money. The next box, 1,100 for its most valuable thing, money slowing down again. Shard spawn chance, we're spending $10,000 to upgrade that. We need more shards. We still get about $5,000 in the bank, but we can really afford very little with that. So it's just continually opening boxes. We're going to make the other ones spawn more, because while they're spawning fast, they could always be faster. I need to remember that you can also just straight up buy these for $1,000. That used to be like an absurd amount of money. Now it's really nothing. This might be a shiny Rubik's Cube. Yep, it sure was. $700 for that. Plus the 2 books, plus the bath bomb, and $100 deodorant. My luck is not really being good right now. We're finding some stuff, but I want more of that big rare stuff. The next box had very little in it, but it did give us over $25,000 in the bank. So rare finds is going up to max loot rarity chance. So when we open this, we have the highest chance possible to find better stuff. That was actually a rare item in the background. It was a ring in a bubble. Is that a red glow in the background I see? It actually might be. I think we got things stacked up on top of each other. So there's 1,700, 1,100. Yeah, there is another one of the hair straightener things in the background. 13,300. So we made 20,000 back in a single box. Next, we'll take extra cutting speed. All these little actions do take time. The value out of these should be fairly consistent as well. There was a shiny item. And click damage can go up. That's actually eating up quite a bit of our time, and cutting speed again. That's very, very quick now. We can do that in less clicks. Actually, we can't, but it felt like I could. We need to upgrade that one more time. It's still 5 clicks to cut the bands. And that's more time than I want to spend on bands at my current position. With our value increases, I think it's worth it to buy these for $1,000. So if we run out, we'll absolutely do that. And click damage can go up for $20,000, but now we should be able to cut those in 4 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what an exciting time. Think we did find some more shinies though, so that always feels good. It's much quicker to open these now. But even with max rarity find, it's still really, really hard to find the good stuff. We've only found one VR headset, which looks like it's currently at the end of the collection and therefore probably the most valuable thing. The one thing I didn't actually notice is that you can click up here on the box and that's how you ascend them. Bigger rewards, resets box upgrades, yes. Should have saved up some money before I did that, but rarity can go up again. And it doesn't reset their spawn chance. They'll show up, but they're definitely going to be hard to open. These now cost $100,000 if you want to buy one, so they're going to be worth it to get into. Their bends now take 90 health to get through as well, so I'm glad I upgraded things as much as I did. The value in these, luckily this stuff actually we're tearing through this really quick. We're getting, was that $500 per gold thing? So that's a good sign. That's $2,500 just for that. That's now 16,700, so things got much more valuable. And because I've ascended a box, I get 20 shards. So ricochet chance could go up. I spend the shards on ricochet damage. We get that twice. I'm going to increase the progress bar per bubble because that's sort of the big holdup right now. Now when I click on one of those, the bar moves considerably more. And then it's just a matter of opening enough of these. It's 387 per click on the gold stuff. Not actually a terrible box considering how much is in there. 8,300. Increasing the value 30% is probably a really good idea. It's so slow again to open the Radizons. Finally got enough for another box. Let's rip her open. There's 2 glowy items in this one, so I have pretty good hopes that this is going to be, wow, look at all the items. That was 10,000, that was 20,000. Plus 16,000 for that. That was a big value box. We have almost 100 grand. Rarity is going to go up. That costs 40,000. More loot I wish we could afford. We'll take some more item value. And that was a lot of our money. I'm going to make these spawn more. That's at max level now. And that's really actually all we can afford. But we almost got another box ready. And now that we finally do, let's hope for some luck. We need a VR headset. We didn't get a VR headset, but we did get the hair straightener. That'll be worth a lot. That was 40,000 for the frying pan. This is worth 160,000. We're rich. There's a bomb bubble. That costs 100 grand. I'm going to buy that whatever it is. Then we're going to get more loot out of every one of those and 30% more value times 2. Then we just slowly and painstakingly wait for another box to fill up. I think a bomb just went off. Yeah, there's another bomb. I don't know what they do. I think they just pop all the bubbles around them, which is fine. I'm clicking here anyway, so it's not a big deal. So that's 100 grand well spent. The bomb, hello? Yeah, it looks like it just pops bubbles around it. The gold stuff is now worth 850 per click though too. This was a weak box considering. We made many thousands of dollars, but that was not at all worth it. We can make the bomb explosion size bigger. I just don't know if there's a point. We can get more bubbles per second. Then we'll at least get more of the good ones to spawn. This was not a great box either, but we'll definitely make some money anyways. There are 36,000 for the whatever. We're up to an even 100,000. Box click speed can go up. Cutting speed is actually slowing us down quite a bit. Now we're down to only $47,000 again. Get more ricochet for 25 grand. Cutting speed does make a difference. The amount of clicks we need here doesn't really bother me that much. We did get some of the books in this one. Actually, lots of shards as well. These are worth 76,000 because it was shiny. The other ones were 20. So loot value can go up another 30%. Almost $1,000 per click on the gold stuff. We got a few glowies in this one. That's 130 because it's shiny. Got almost 300 grand in the bank now. A few minutes ago, that would have been an impossible amount of money. Loot rarity is definitely going up. So is just item value again. With the new increase, we're getting $1,100 per click on the gold stuff. And opening this, we didn't get any shinies, but that didn't matter. We're still making tons of money no matter what we touch. Shiny item value can actually go up again. Shinies are fairly rare at 1 in 20, but they are showing up for us. I see a lot of glowies in this one. Anything shiny? Not yet, and that's perfectly okay. We make a lot of money anyways. I do actually want more progress per bubble. Still having trouble finding the red glowies, but at least that one's 50 grand by itself. Had it been a shiny, it would have been much bigger. Box click speed can go up 5% for 50 grand. I guess we'll give that a try. Not sure that's a huge difference, but long term it would be. Look at how bad this box was. There's like nothing in there. This box is better. Look at this one. I don't think anything is here is shiny, but we're getting 50,000 each for these. All that money got us more item per box again. This is also a nice looking one. Is this a shiny frying pan? It was not. It's just a $70,000 frying pan. How boring. $170,000 gift card. Item value is going up another 30% and another 30% again because we can afford it. The gold stuff is now worth $1,300 per click. Doesn't feel particularly glowy in here. There's a deodorant for 14 grand though, which is just like real life. We did get a red glowy in this one. It's not the most valuable, but it's going to be fairly valuable. If that's worth 60,000, this is worth 340,000 for a fancy hair straightener. That's cheap. The next box, nothing shiny. We still get like $100,000 for a basic box. Our loot rarity can go up to level 4 out of 5, which didn't necessarily lead us to anything rare yet, but it did increase our odds. I think this is a shiny Rubik's Cube for 20 grand. I'm also going to take a higher shard spawn chance that costs 100 grand. This box did have some more shards in it, and that means we could spend 30 of them to increase the shiny item chance a further 5%. We found another VR headset. It's been an age since we found one of those. We got an $85,000 frying pan, a $56,000 bath bomb, and a $679,000 VR headset, which put us over $1 million for the first time, which means we can unlock spiky balls. These cost $1 million. These cost 2% chance to spawn. So that's that one. Okay, they just blow up some of the bubbles around them. How very useful for $1 million. Well, now that I've saved up a fortune stealing people's Amazon boxes to buy a useless $1 million upgrade, I'm going to go ahead and call it there.